in Nusa Lembongan and also Ceningan, where we are now, they don't police helmet laws, and it's almost impossible to find a helmet. You've got to actually really ask for one when you borrow a car, or a bike. The difference being the average speed around here on a motorbike is about 10-15 kilometers an hour, and there's almost no cars. There's a few of those little black sort of carry trucks getting around, and a lot of motorbikes all going nice and slow. Check out that for a view. Little beach bars. It's very lazy. Here's a couple with helmets, so you can get them, but you just got to watch the little trucks going past. Get off the road and let them past. And to be honest, with a little bit of common sense, you can pretty safely get around here. In fact, I know people that have come over here to learn how to drive a scooter before heading back to Bali and try it. Don't know if Bali's the right place to learn how to drive anything, because the rules over there are certainly not the same rules as you would expect wherever you come from. I mean, pretty much wherever. So we're just heading from Ceningan, where we've been staying, across to Lembongan over the little yellow bridge, and we're going to go to one of the other resorts that are owned by Chris and Crystal. Such a beautiful morning. Big heavy rainstorm last night, so there's still a fair bit of water on the ground. Absolutely bucketed down, but by the time we got up, by about 8 o'clock in the morning, it was beautiful blue sky and pretty sunny. So many little bars, cafes, warongs, lots of little places you can just sit down, relax, grab a coffee, grab a bit of nasi goreng, and just enjoy life. Here's the tricky part, the old yellow bridge. I don't want to scare you, honey, but this bridge fell down quite a few years ago.
Thank you for the information, honey.
They had to rebuild it.
This is the right time to say.
Just enough room to pass. Oh, there's a big hole.
A challenge for this.
Yeah.
No feet underground.
No feet on the ground, a big fat guy on the back. Beautiful across there. Look up and down the river. You can see all the ferries and all the boats. So, in the little harbour they've got here, if you come over, oh, wait till we're off that bridge. If you come over to Nusa Lembongan, we're only a few minutes away from Nusa Penida, the big island just to the side. And the good thing about it is, if you want to come over here to get to Penida, you come out here to the harbour where the yellow bridge is, and there's private and ferry boats that'll take you across in about 10 or 15 minutes. That you don't have all the schedules and the cost, and it's so cheap to come over here. And many people come to Nusa Lembongan where it's nice and sleepy and quiet, and they stay here and they do little day trips over to Nusa Penida, and to save themselves a huge amount of money, they're living in a little bit more different, a more established holiday destination. Penida's a little bit more like just a day trip only. So if you want to have a bit of a relax, but you also want to have a bit of a sightseeing, you could plan 3 or 4 days here in Ceningan and Nusa Lembongan, and do a couple of day trips across to Penida and see more, spend less, and have more time yourself. Just a good idea, and another way to fill your trip over here near Bali. else I've worked out about Nusa Lembongan. Everything that people complain about when it comes to Bali, like the high pressure sales, the amount of people running up to you trying to tell you to sell your t-shirts, the rubbish on the beach and on the streets, and the scams and all the bits and pieces that make Bali a bit more of a challenge and can turn people off Bali, almost none of them exist here in Lembongan. Now it's only just off the coast, it's about a half-hour boat ride, maybe a little bit more. The cost of things over here is a little tiny bit more, so where you pay maybe $2.50, $3 for a beer in Bali, you might pay $3.50 to $4 because everything they've got to bring has got to be dragged over here across the water, ferried up and hand delivered to all the restaurants and the hotels. So yes, there is an extra cost involved. Accommodation is dirt cheap generally, and it's a whole different lifestyle. So if you'd rather pay an extra 15% sort of clean charge, or a little bit more for your facilities and your services, you're going to get a much higher quality entertainment and adventure. So that's another plus about this place. Certainly nowhere near as commercial. Beautiful, sleepy, quiet, very historic, big old temples. Okay, so one thing you're not going to find too many of over here is nightclubs and big party venues. There is a couple, and we're just about to go past one of them. Next place is a bit of a hot spot here, and it's certainly got nothing on the big beach bars and the venues in Bali, Canggu and around downtown Kuta and stuff like that, but it's a fun place to come, and they've got live music almost every night. There's a couple of other places up here further that you'll find them. It's a bit of a drive to get there, but the average rental is only about say about $10 for a scooter for a day, and you sort of can't get lost because the roads all go back to the same place. Look at that water, just so beautiful.